As many of you have probably surmised by now, I'm kind of the anime guy. It just kinda happened that way, and time and again I'll pin the blame and or praise on Shining Force for introducing me to the aesthetic. But within a term like anime, you've got all sorts of different subgroups, from the mewling Shonen Jump kids huddled around a manga rack, to the folks who hunt down the obscure and offbeat because if not they, whom? And then you have the Gundam guys. The ones who will object most vociferously to my mispronouncing a Japanese mispronunciation of a foreign name that looked cool at the time. The ones who can give the exact details of each mobile suit, from loadout to top speed to weight to what the pilot's favorite foods are. There's a lot to digest, and I've never really had the time to chug through it all. What is it, 30 plus Gundam series, not to mention supplemental material and whatnot. I have respect for, and a little fear of, the folks who can stare down a hand-painted model and tell where one panel line is missing. Hi, Jim. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 is, well, exactly that. It's the third time they've taken the hacky, slashy mechanics of the Dynasty Warriors franchise and adapted it from superheroic Chinese historical figures to superheroic Gundam historical figures. You cut a bloody swath through countless hordes of your foes, you knock down bosses such as life. While the previous installments in the Dynasty Warriors series were never really my cup of tea, China, get it? I have to say I appreciate the changes that the Gundam series has made to the old chestnut. These versions tend to be more tactical in nature, centered around the acquisition and defense of field areas, which can provide stat bonuses, transport, or other benefits. You, as the exceptional pilot of one of these massive robots, take up arms in both melee and ranged capacity to put down the oncoming hordes. Capture enough fields, or simply annihilate enough mooks to deplete your opponent's battle gauge, and their commander will appear, win that skirmish, and the day is yours. But that's just one day. And boy howdy, there are a lot of days.
That was nothing.
This version comes with over 300 missions, from team-building exercises to historical reenactments of classic franchise conflicts, as well as 15 online multiplayer missions supporting up to 4. Between missions, you've got a hangar full of upgrades, customizations, new skills, new pilots. This series has been going on for over 30 years now, so there's a lot of canon, and a sizable chunk of that is right here, playable, ready to detonate the mind of any noob who comes by and tries to take it in.
Setsuna F. Seiei, eliminating the target.
Gundam 3 brings a new visual style to the series, making it look a bit more cartoony, fitting as it is a bleeding cartoon. The voice performance is, well, it's Gundam. This is one of the series that led the vanguard of anime into the West back in the 90s, and those familiar voices return, along with about a bajillion others. Remember how I said there's a hangar load of pilots? Well, they've all got something to say. With a vocal ensemble this extensive, it's good to see that the original Japanese performance is included, if you happen to prefer subs to dubs.
What's the matter? Relax. Were you the pilot of that red mobile suit?
Gundam frightens me. It's exactly the kind of black hole I know I could fall into at any time. Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 frightens me even more because it takes this whole massive thing and makes it accessible to me in an alarmingly enjoyable, action-packed, tactical, hyper-customizable gaming format. Hopefully you won't be teetering on the event horizon like I am and can appreciate this game with no such sense of fear.